This video is going to cover the FollowMe settings within your ViewSonic account. What's nice about this is we combined your Google Drive and your OneDrive, which will allow you to log in to the myViewBoard software on any device or panel, and it will be connected with your cloud storage account. Let's set it up. I'm going to go to myviewboard.com. I'm going to hit sign in, and the very first thing you're going to need to do is sign in with Microsoft. So you're going to click on the Windows option, and that's going to prompt you to put in your Springford login information. So this should stay current with whatever your username and password is. You're going to have to enter your password this first time as you set everything up on the back end. And you can elect to have it not sign in again if you want. Sometimes it is going to require you to sign in. A lot of times when updates are pushed through, you will have to do this as well. What we're doing today in this video is we're setting up information on the back end, which is going to allow us to sign into our myViewBoard software on the computer, and we should have access to the changes we've made. So the first thing you're going to notice is in the top right corner, it has a myViewBoard name, which is your Springford email, and you can click on that person icon and you can go to the edit account settings. Here you have a few options. So you could actually change your personal avatar in the right-hand corner if you wanted to, and that will show up both on myviewboard.com as well as on the software side. And then you'll notice that the name of the board is just your email address at Springford. You can change this, so you could have, teacher last name and room number. And what you want to do is go all the way down to the bottom to confirm those settings. Say yes, you do want to confirm that, and that will just change the name of the board, both on this website as well as in the top left corner of your software once you sign in. So you can see that it replaced it here, but it's still showing me that this is associated with my Springford email. After you've done that, if you don't want to change it, you can just leave it as is. You're going to go over to this outline of what looks like a person doing a jumping jack, and you're going to click on the Follow Me settings. So what we're going to focus on in here are the first two options, which are settings as well as our cloud integration. The settings, the first one's giving you options about the theme. You can change that if you would like. I am going to select never as the auto sign out time. Sometimes I'm going to have to sign back in or out depending on if I have updates that have been pushed through, but the majority of the time I will not need to sign back in to the myViewBoard software. I'm going to leave this the way it is. One suggestion is to change the font size to have a default of a minimum of 64. You can always make the font bigger or smaller once you're within the software, but this just gives you a starting point of 64. You can also change the style here and the font color. These will be your defaults, and again, you can change them as you're working within the program itself. Each pen has a thin side and a thick side. You can change the width of the writing as well as the color by changing that here. And then you could also leave it as the default, which should be 1 and 6. Any changes you make are not auto-saved, so you're going to have to hit confirm at the end. Make sure that that's stored. It says your changes will be applied on your next myViewBoard sign-in. Next up is our cloud integration. This is what that binding process is that allows you to connect your Microsoft account as well as your Google Drive so that you can access your cloud storage from within the myViewBoard software. Mine are both currently in a bind situation, so you can see that it is recognizing both of my accounts. You probably already have your Microsoft OneDrive account that's been bound or binded based on your sign in the first time. So I'm going to redo the Google part here. You'll see that it might look like this, and if either one of them looks like this on your side, this is what you're going to do. You're going to hit the word bind and you're going to follow the prompts. So you are going to type in your Springford email address and password and follow any prompts. So I'm going to continue, allow, And what this does is it gives it access to my Google Drive. You want them both to be in the bind position. Even if you don't use both of them, since we have access to it, let's just do that and make sure. At this point, what you're going to want to do is restart your computer, and that's going to send any updates we did here, hopefully over to your ViewSonic software.